Private investigator Lew Archer returns to California in time to see an offshore oil spill threaten the beaches of Pacific Point. Witnessing the slow-motion disaster with other people, he finds a young woman trying to save an oil-covered bird all on her own. Their brief but tense interaction leads him to discovering that she is Laurel Lennox, the granddaughter of the oil baron whose offshore rig is responsible for the spill. After a stressful call to her husband, Laurel lashes out at everyone, steals a bunch of Archer's sleeping pills, and runs off into the night. Feeling responsible, Archer begins to search for her only to end up caught in the internal and public struggles of the whole Lennox family, and the situation becomes even more complicated when the family is contacted by kidnappers demanding a ransom for Laurel's return. With everything Archer's learning about the family, though, he's not sure there's a kidnapping at all. Like almost every book in the Lew Archer series, this is a pretty good hard-boiled detective novel. The plot is plenty complex, and Archer himself is a really interesting character. He's about 20 years removed from the first novel in the series, The Moving Target, but he still enjoys the danger and discovery that comes with his job as a private investigator. Because he's aware of getting older, it makes me wonder if he wants to die while solving a case like this, because sometimes his actions seem to indicate it. As a seasoned investigator, though, he's a judge of character in a way that feels earned, especially if you've read some of the previous books in the series. The overarching symbol of the whole novel is actually the oil spill. This catastrophe brought on by the greed and hubris that reaches out to cause lasting damage to the community is both a dramatic backdrop for events, and it works as an extended metaphor with the Lennox family as their poor choices they've made since 1940 continue to harm them and others. While I think it works well symbolically, I don't think it adds much excitement as a similar situation in a previous Lew Archer novel, The Underground Man, where an out-of-control fire in the hills above LA have much more immediate impact on the story. That book has a fast pace for much of its page count, whereas Sleeping Beauty is slower up until the last fifth or so of the novel, where a lot happens at breakneck speed. On the whole, this book is a pretty good hard-boiled detective mystery. There were too many characters for my taste, since we see pretty much the whole Lennox family and other people in their orbit. Archer, however, remains a strong protagonist, and the psychological dimensions of this story give it additional depth. It wouldn't be my first recommendation for jumping into this series, but it is a worthwhile read. The title and the fairy tale illusions it creates, I think, is one of the weaker aspects of the novel, because the book doesn't seem to do much with it, unlike what Raymond Chandler does with some Arthurian callbacks in Lady in the Lake. Nonetheless, you could do a lot worse than to read Ross Macdonald's Sleeping Beauty. But what do you, the audience at home, think? Have you read this novel or others in the Lew Archer series? If so, which is your favorite? Do you think Ross Macdonald ranks with Dashiell Hammett and Raymond Chandler as among the best hard-boiled fiction writers? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you appreciate this channel and want to support it, you know what to do. You can also take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel of another YouTube creator you enjoy, or the algorithm will drown all the beaches you love in oil. Until next time, read some good books, live, and be well.